my teeth yet. Good morning, vibers. Welcome back to our channel. I thought I would do just a little chatty morning video. Get ready with me for the office. I have a couple of hours to get ready, so I'm being hella leisurely right now. Most mornings I try to get up early, seize the day, but I've been kind of tired lately, so I've been just trying to sleep in, spend some meditative moments in the bed before I jump out and get started with the day. It's also randomly cold here in Long Beach now. Like, it's cold in the mornings. Sometimes it's hot later, sometimes it's not. I don't know what's going on with the weather. I just moved here, okay? Yeah, it's been really cold. So this morning I just tapped on the heater next to the bed, and I've been laying here warming up before I get out of the bed. I also have a bathrobe at the edge of the bed, so I can grab it, put it on, and then get out of the bed. I really just be setting myself up for success in the morning. I just want to be warm and cozy and toasty at all times. I hate being cold. So I moved to California. I thought I would just be warm all the time. Silly me. So yeah, I'm about to get out of the bed. Do my little bit of morning routine. Drink some water. I'm starting a new routine that will include some of the things that I've learned in yoga. I'm gonna do, I think, maybe 8 rounds of sun salutations. 4 of one type and 4 of another type. Though maybe I could do 6 rounds and do 2 of each type. I don't know, I'm gonna do some sun salutations though, because I wanna warm up my body, get my body ready for the day, give myself a little bit of physical activity, a little bit of a warm up. And I just wanna see how sun salutations really help throughout the day. I feel like it's kind of like meditation. It doesn't replace meditation, but I think meditating and doing sun salutations every morning is gonna have an effect on my life. I'm just not sure what specific effect. I think it will affect anyone who does it in a positive way, but I'm very curious as to what ways it's gonna help me. So this morning I'm going to be adding sun salutations to my routine. And I've been trying to figure out a nice flow for in the morning for me. Christine has a really dope flow. I've been asking her to share it on YouTube. So we're going to figure out how to get Christine to share her morning routine, because it's so dope, and it's nice and structured. She has done a lot of mental work to help herself be more structured, and I'm working on that myself. So one of the ways I'm trying to change myself is by beefing up my morning routine and letting it actually be a routine, because my mornings are so random. And so I'm trying to find some structure, to help myself be great. Playing around with different things that I know I definitely want to do in the morning, and then I'll put them in a nice little order that actually flows when I get a chance. But me and Ajay just kind of we're just winging every morning, So I do kind of want a little bit of structure. One thing that does happen every morning before I get out of bed is cuddle time with my baby. Look at this my sun salutations, and my arms are on fire. There is a flow in Vinyasa yoga where you kind of flow through a few different movements. You go to plank, you do a yoga push-up called a chaturanga. So anyway, I did my yoga, I drank some water, and now I'm going to make some coffee for my husband and I. He's kind of been waiting for a bit, very patiently. He makes the coffee most mornings, but I said I was gonna make it today. I'm really trying to not drink coffee the first thing in the morning, and to actually drink some water and hydrate my body. When you wake up, your body's super dehydrated. So I'm trying to be better at waking up and then drinking water as the first thing. So I'm about to make some coffee and then figure out what I'm going to wear today in the office. Today we're sharing what's going on in the office. What's it called? A day in the office. So we do a day in the office videos for our IGTV. Figure out what I want to put on. We all love being stylish in our own different ways. So we like to challenge ourselves, especially on this day when we're filming together, to just dress like ourselves. It seems very simple, but we're just trying to challenge ourselves. I'm gonna put this camera down while I make this cover. So we're basically just trying to challenge ourselves to like dress well in the office, because we're grown women who love to dress well. So why not just do it? Like, as an entrepreneur, it's very easy to get into your cycle of sweatpants or yoga pants or whatever, but we're trying to just challenge ourselves to be our true selves, dress how we want to dress, wear our favorite things, continue to be inspired, dress like professionals, professional grown women. Pick out an outfit for the day, and remember, we will be filming today, so it has to be extra cute, like not just like a little cute. And figure out what I'm gonna wear today. Get a little chatty with you guys. I'm working on growing through I'm growing through some things right now, and I thought I would share, because I would just like to come on here and be candid and talk about what I'm working on, what I'm healing through. The girls and I have been talking just more and more about our dynamic and just who we are and what we want to bring individually to this company that we're building together. If you guys don't know our story, we each just have our own individual connection with our own spiritual gifts. Like, we have different interests, and it's just starting to make more and more sense why the universe brought the three of us together. The three of us are mind, body, and spirit together, right? So one of us is mind, one of us is body, one of us is spirit. Christine is mind, really good at like anything to do with the mind and healing the mind and clearing the mind and taking advantage of the mind. Erica's spirit is the one who actually helped us each individually connect with our own gifts. She was like the first one of the three of us to consciously go through her spiritual awakening, tap into like learning tarot and all of that, and then she brought it back to the group. She brought it back to Christine first. They've been friends for forever, and then Christine opened up to me about it eventually because she wanted to pick my creative brain for this company she was starting. And I was like, wait a minute, I got intuitive gifts too. This could be like bigger than even we're talking about right now. Now, I'm body. This was like a crazy realization because I've never really been super athletic. I have always been into dance though, and just dance because I loved it and I felt like I was good at it. But now in my 30s, I'm getting into yoga. Well, I was getting into yoga in my 20s, but I'm, training to teach yoga. And this yoga journey has been really opening my eyes to how connected I am with the physical experience. The fact that I was called to do Reiki and called to just get deeper into yoga as well. Both of those feel like things I'm meant to do. It's just kind of crazy to me that I ended up just being so connected to the body. And I feel like I could almost even label myself in general as lazy in regards to physical activity, because I never had like a gym routine. I've never been like strict on myself in regards to exercising. I'm pretty slim, and so I fall under the category of people who think that they're slim and they're naturally, fit, so they don't have to work out. It's not true at all. I was exhausted all the time. I was like skinny fat. And now in California, my body has recalibrated, and so I can eat more things that I couldn't process on the East Coast. So that's not necessarily a good thing. Like, I'm eating more meat. So I'm just trying to figure out, the balance between my diet and how to just continue to explore this physical journey. So that's why I'm adding the sun salutations to my morning routine and trying to figure out, what do sun salutations mean to me? So sun salutations are basically like yoga warm-ups. I think I went over this in a video before, but just a refresher. Any yoga class you're going to start, you're probably going to do one of the 3 sun salutation routines. just to warm up all the muscle groups in the body. It helps the teacher see where everybody is in the class. It's a very simple routine. And you kind of just, like I said, touch on everything in the body. So it's a really good way to wake up the body, say, hey, we're doing yoga right now. So snap to it. So when I was doing my sun salutations earlier, you know, my body was cracking and I got a really good stretch out of it. It felt really good to just loosen up the body and allow things to flow. And then after that, I was kind of rambling about things that were bothering me. I was just kind of like, it was spilling out while I was making the coffee. Even my husband was like, are you okay in there? So I was just like ranting and rambling, and not all negative things. Sometimes, you know, some of it was just talking about what I can do today or how I can show up for my business and, you know, be accountable and the kind of business partner and person that I want to be. So it's good to like loosen things up inside. So that's why I love working with the body in general, because once you start really like taking care of the physical vessel that you are blessed with in this life, you can start to see the healing happen in other areas. So I want to be better at self-healing, don't we all? Or I talked to Christine and Joseph yesterday in the office and doing my vlogging, my personal vlogs where I just talk to the camera, just ramble about whatever's on my mind. And it does help me get through some things, but there are some specific things I want to heal. So let's get real quick. I'm forgetful. Sometimes it's little things, sometimes it's big things, sometimes it's things that affect other people. Like I'll forget something and then me and Ajay are scrambling around trying to figure out where to put Coop, or you know, I'll forget about an event and be sitting in a meeting, be like, oh yeah, we have that event tomorrow. I have to move things around, So I'm just kind of getting sick of it. And I'm not just getting sick of it. It's always been something that's annoyed me about me, just been brought to my attention by friends and by my husband and just by myself. Come on, like I know that I need to really like buckle down and face this issue, figure out what it is, not necessarily by myself, but, you know, do some self-work, do some self-healing, you know, look it in the face, like, hey, forgetfulness, not really vibing with you. I really don't want you to be around anymore. How can I heal this? What I'm actually going to start doing, that I want to challenge everyone out there to do on their own time as well, or with a friend, or with, you know, your therapist or your counselor or whatever, is to ask yourself the tough questions. That's what I've been challenged to do, challenged by Joseph and Christine. They do it themselves. Just to get used to asking yourself, why do I do that? Or why did I do that? Or why do I have this habit? So I'm going to be looking myself dead in the face on a vlog later today, or, you know, after I stop recording this at some point today, and saying, why am I so forgetful? And I might even have to get specific. Like, why did I forget this specific thing? Why did I forget these 3 things? Why do I always forget X, Y, and Z? Whatever it is, I got to face it and get to the bottom of it. So I challenge you, I challenge everyone to do this. Think of one trait that you know has just been nagging at you and nip it in the bud before somebody else has to bring it out or bring it up, because no one likes when someone's like, hey, I just wanted to talk to you about this thing that you've been doing that's really been affecting me in a negative way, and I'd like for you to stop. Like, ugh, cringe. Nobody wants to be that person. So I challenge you to be that person to yourself. Like, how can you say, you know what? I really effed up today, or I really effed up that other day, and I should have remembered. How can you hold yourself accountable, but then take it one step further and like really ask yourself, why did I do that, and how can I stop? Okay, so I'm thinking I'm gonna keep it pretty simple. Dark jeans, black top. So, fun fact about these twists, I did do them myself. And my hair is too short in the back, honestly, to have these. So the ones in the back keep coming out. Just do a little side swoop today. So see, even when you have a hair malfunction, you can still be presentable and feel good about it. So I'm in the office now. It's a few hours after adding the sun salutations to my morning routine. My arms aren't on fire anymore. And I feel really good. Like, I'm in a really good mood. I feel like I'm just breathing good air, you know? Like, so that's one of the things that sun salutations do. They kind of open you up to deeper breath. That's what yoga does in general. It like opens you up to deepen the breaths that you're taking throughout the day. And breathing is like breathing is so important. It's like where it all starts. So if you have bad posture, I'm learning this in yoga teacher training. If you have bad posture, there's this thing called tech neck. So if your neck is like reaching forward at your desk all the time, then your posture is affected by that. So yoga helps you be more self-aware of your body, so that when you're sitting at your desk, or you're sitting or you're standing, or just in general, you're more mindful of how your body is aligned, so that you can allow more airflow to come through. You can take deeper breaths when your body is in proper alignment. And so if you're sitting at a desk all day and just screwing up your posture, you're also cutting off your air circulation, and you're cutting down your air intake by like 30%. That's what I learned. So you could be receiving or inhaling 30% less air, getting 30% less air than you should be to your brain, to your body, to your blood, all by having horrible posture. So that's one reason. If you don't do yoga and you're wondering why people do yoga, that's one of the things. Like, you can, your inhales and your exhales are just so much more powerful and meaningful and life-giving. So that's one of the things that I can definitely feel different in my day when I'm doing yoga in the morning versus not doing yoga in the morning, is I can breathe better, and breathing better just makes you happier. Like, it helps you stay in a better mood. There's a correlation there. So yeah, I'm definitely going to keep doing this. One of the yoga teachers just casually mentioned that she does sun salutations every morning. She like rolls out of bed and immediately starts doing them, feeling really good, almost like this similar effects to meditating. So I know, like, doing both of those things every single morning consistently is going to create some change. I'm excited to share what that change is in me, or to just keep you guys updated, but it was definitely worth it. So thank you guys for joining me this morning as I figure out what my morning routine is. This is not really a morning routine video. It's just like, I guess maybe it's like a get ready with me. This is my morning and my morning rambles. I would love to know more about your morning routines. If you want to share what you do in the morning to help yourself stay high vibe, or show up to the office with the best energy, please share that with me. I would love to know. Christine has like a super regimented morning routine, and it's not like military or anything. It's just like naturally flows because she's gotten into a good routine. And so I want to do that for myself, but everybody's morning routine should be personal. It should be, personal to whatever is going on in your life. It's important for my morning routine to be about me and what I need in the morning, for me to show up in my relationship and in my house and in my job and in life in good ways. So thank you for joining me today. Bye.